Hi, I'm Elton from Globus Tattoo Rotorua, and today we're going to be talking about a error code that comes up on the Mast Pro Fold. It'll show up as an E1 on the battery when you go to cycle the machine on. Usually what that means is that there is a short in the motor, so I'm going to break down how to pull the machine apart, replace the motor. It's pretty simple. The things that you need is a 1.3mm Allen key, a 1.5mm Allen key, a number 0 Phillips head, a soldering iron, and some solder. Things that can also help is a file, because you may need to tin the contacts on the new motor, and if you've got a little heatsink aluminum clip, that can help as well, but you don't need it. So I've got the Mast Dragonhawk Fold Pro here. A lot of you probably have it. Sometimes it can throw an error code, so if you turn your battery on, cycle it, and it's working properly, plug it in the machine, and then you go to start it. It goes to E1. Usually there's a short in the motor. You can test it by using the power cable that comes with it. You can just plug into your DC power supply. If the machine runs, it's possible that there's an error in the battery. If it doesn't run, more than likely there's an error in the motor. If there is an error in the motor, what you can do in a pinch is pull the machine apart and change the polarity. So change the positive wire to the negative terminal on the motor and the negative wire to the positive terminal. I don't even know if I said that. It's at the end of the day of tattooing. So anyway, in a pinch you can reverse the polarities on the motor. So we'll pull it apart, take off the grip. Ooh. On here you're gonna need a Phillips, just a small one. I'm currently using a 0 to do that. There's a battery, there's a screw here. So you undo that. Another one over here. Which is a Phillips 0. And then you're gonna need a 1.5mm Allen key. There's a grub screw just here. Let's undo that. And then at this point, it's been a little while, you can remove this. And then so that's your cam. If you've been running this machine for a while, it'll be kind of a little bit dirty. So it's a good opportunity to either lube it or clean it. And then you just pull that out, pop that there. You've got this cam here. There's another grub screw here. I can't recall if it's a 1.5. I think it is. If it isn't, it goes down to, there's a 1.3, which is another size down. So 1.3 mil to take that out. Just kind of brace that. I like to take the cam off, and there is another grub screw just there, and another one in here, which is also 1.3. So we got two 1.3 grub screws, a 1.5 Allen head, and then you've got your Phillips as well. And then at that point you can pull the motor out. So what I've already done on this, because I was in a pinch, I reversed the polarities on this motor. You can see that there is a tiny little plus sign. So the red wire should be going to the plus, black wire should be going to the negative. And there is another motor, which is here. So I'm going to be replacing these in a second. And yeah, so I'm going to desolder and then we'll put it back together. Now I haven't tinned this, so this might not go super smoothly, but yeah, we'll see. So red to positive. I might need to get some more solder. Yep, I do. Okay, anyway, that is where the repair's up to. So I hope that helps. I gotta go find some more solder to tin out these. If you haven't done soldering before, tinning's basically just putting a little bit of solder on here, a little bit of solder on there. They'll go back together and then reverse what I've done. So pretty simple. I went and got some solder. It was just some pretty simple, I think it was pre-flux, yeah, 2% flux. And tinned this up, soldered it. I didn't film it because I just found it to be a little bit difficult to do everything. So you can pop this back in. Also, if you want to, up here there's 2 Phillips, which you can see. You could solder it onto this. The only thing is that there's a, it's kind of a PCB board, and I'm not sure the wiring, like you can't see any wires, but where the terminals connect in here are actually different than where the terminals are here. If I recall, I think that there's one slightly longer than the other one, which I believe is a positive, and then the other one is a ground. So anyway, this is wide back. Polarity is correct with the positive here, red, black, negative. So slide that back in. You want to make sure that this is flush. This is something that I've come across in the past. So sometimes you might need to just have a little play around and make sure that there's no raw wires riding on each other. Actually, I don't even know if this is exactly the same, because I just, let's say so. So it's exactly the same. Yeah, so yeah. I might have to edit this so that I can get this machine in. There we go. Just kind of turn it a little bit until that the motor is actually sitting pretty much flush with the body. And then get one of your grub screws, the 1.3 mil. Hopefully, I'm gonna drop it. So 1.3 mil grub goes into there. Sorry if that's off center. This is literally my first video that I've made doing anything like this. I've got a lot of other machines, so I can work on other stuff if you are interested in the future. So 1.3 mil, then the cam. This is what's called a swash drive. The original one was invented, not the swash drive, but the swash drive machine was invented by a New Zealander called Phil Matthias from Auckland, and he started working on them. And I think it was like the early 90s he started. I've got a really early generation one, and thanks to him we have swash drives in our machines, and they're actually taken from originally, I believe they were taken from radio control helicopters. So useless piece of information there for you. Okay, then you take the body, and sorry, it's been a little while. Oh yeah, so this goes back in here, that just pops in. This pops in, make sure you've got these kind of little guides to actually hit that upside down. Put the guides in, they'll sit in there, and then you can put these in. The little black Phillips go mount here to hold. Wait. I have a magnetic screwdriver, so anyway. So that one and this one. And then the 1.5 Allen goes in here. And so when you're actually adjusting the stroke, this is what is stopping it from going further. So if you're adjusting stroke from 4.2 to 3.6, and then you can pop this back on, and then that's you got your stroke adjustment there. Or actually, this is the needle throw, and then your stroke adjustment. So that works. Cool. Now with these, sometimes once they throw the E1 code, if you need to clear it or reset the battery, plug it into the mains again to charge, and that should clear it. We'll see if this changes anything. Okay, that's it, running. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, so that is how you replace the motor in your Dragonhawk Fold Pro mast tattoo machine. Hope that helps. Yeah, I might actually edit both the videos together. Just do one video. Okay, cool.